My name's Karina and I'm the Broughton Gate and Brooklands Community Mobiliser. About a year ago we made a film. The film showed several residents and their feelings about living in the area. Back then there was a distinct feeling of negativity due to the lack of usable green spaces, amenities and opportunities to meet other residents. With no children's centre, community pavilion or local places for school children, we lacked the tools to bring the community together. But through some creative thinking and arrivals work, I was still able to meet local families and find out about their ideas, interests and issues. Now, a year on, we look back in comparison to where we are today and we look forward to a community doing it for themselves.
From when I first had my arrivals visit, it was just on the fly, and the door went and we were like, oh God, who's that going to be? You know, we didn't know anyone in the area, we weren't expecting anyone, so we thought it would be a salesman. And opened the door, and as soon as, you know, we got past the, oh, you're not selling anything, and then it's, you know, you just come in to give us some information, it actually was like, oh, this is actually really useful. And it was more like, oh, there's a contact for us, somebody cares that we've moved in, and it was like really nice. So it was when we found out from Karina that we could then, you know, get involved and do it ourselves, you know, and go around and meet new residents, which would also maybe meet new friends and maybe people that you could go and your kids will go to school with and things like that, then, you know, it was fab. We thought, yeah, go out and do it.
I was originally invited to the community development meeting, and originally I thought that was just going to be a bunch of council workers, and I had a list of things I wanted to say, the pros and cons about our community, but I couldn't be any more wrong. It was completely the opposite of that, and it was so productive. It was great because it was about the residents taking the opportunity to make the change for themselves, rather than having somebody coming in and doing it, and if it's not done right, you've got another issue. This time you have the ability to make the change for yourself in the way that the community would like it to be.
What brought me to come arrival work is to help others, where I've also been. I've come to the new area, don't know anybody, and it's interesting to see helping others, really just getting to know the area, and it's good in that way.
I wanted to become an arrivals worker so I could get out in the community that I'm living in and hopefully meet some local neighbours, and just to try and be helpful and try and build a community.
Once we knew what our community and our neighbours and the residents needed, we went out there and utilised the information, and this is where we're at now. We're getting the community together in order to make the change for themselves and for ourselves.
Support is quite a key point, and I find that without support from a whole different type of people, it's hard to get things going, and often you find that they just start off and then never go anywhere. So you need that continuous support, and also people putting you in the right direction, because often you don't know that.
When I first moved in, I was extremely lonely because not a lot of things were finished. Now, looking back, I think it was absolutely ridiculous, because the only thing that prohibited me from finding out about my community was the weather. It was snowing, it was a horrid day, month, year, season, so that stopped me from coming out. But now that I am out, I absolutely adore Broughton, and I can't stop going on about it to all the Londoners when I do visit London. I look at them and I say, you are missing out, seriously, because Broughton is the place to be, and I don't mean that in just to boost my area, but genuinely it is. The people are wonderful. It's like I'm in a completely different planet, because moving to Broughton, I found people were genuinely really friendly and really helpful.
I love it. Asked me that a year ago, I would say no. I'd hated it because I didn't know the area, didn't know anybody. I was on my own with 2 kids. My husband's out working, and now getting to know more people through different, through arrival work, through support, through just meeting people at the park. is a key. You know, I'm just finding so many friends, and I've got a social life, which is really good.
The skinny end, on this end. A year ago we met Pretty and her 2 girls. Through all the way up to the end there.
I think that we need more play areas because at the moment there aren't any here. We've been here for about 15 months now. I've got 2 small children myself here, and there's lots of people that have moved around us that have got lots of children, so it's a real family orientated area. So I think that it'd be fantastic for people to kind of get together and children to grow up together and, you know, spend time together and get to know children that are living around, because they don't always go to the same schools, so it will be a good way for them to kind of integrate.
A year on, how does she feel about living in Broughton now?
I'm really pleased about moving to Broughton. Don't regret it at all. Really happy with the house and the environment and everybody that's around it. It's becoming really nice. There's a real nice feel to it, and lots of nice people. And my children are very happy, as you can hear them. When we stood here, I think about just over a year ago, and it was just the green grass, and we were anticipating this. Didn't expect it to be like this, but it's really good. Bar the orange fencing, obviously will go soon. But yeah, the children love it. There's a nice picnic area, and it's not far as well. So yeah, it's really nice. They love it. They love coming here and just spending a few hours and just playing.
It's so much better. From when we moved in, it was almost like there's nothing around. But I guess now it's a case of there's not going to be nothing around unless you get involved. You have to drive it forwards. And at first I was kind of like, well, who's going to do that? Who's that person? And it ends up being, well, it has to be yourselves and other people. So that's, you know, what we're trying to do anyway.
Sky's not the limit. You know, they say sky's the limit. It's not the limit. Within Broughton, it's developing. There's so many things that need doing, or that's gonna happen, and I can't wait for that. And I'm so appreciative of the fact that I'm a part of it.